that's BCA off. So I had a call this morning. I thought I'll take my daughter to school this morning, which I don't get to do too often. And just as I was getting my stuff together, I had a phone call to say, I'm here with your car, when are you going to be here? So once again, I didn't get the hour's notice that's been noted apparently on the account a couple of times already from the previous time that I missed the car. They'd had a note at that time that I needed an hour's notice, and they've just come again without giving an hour's notice. So anyway, they found the car and they've delivered the car. So you're getting a genuine first look at the Dacia Sandero with me. So let's have a little walk around and see what we bought. So I did remember this was a grade 4. So let's have a little walk around and see what we think's grade 4. Firstly, the bumper sticking out here. So that needs a new clip, no doubt. It's been off for some work presumably, and someone's broken the clip, I would have thought. So I need to get hold of a front wing clip for that. We've got scuffed up and damaged wheel trim there. Little scuff on the wing mirror there. A little bit light scuffing here, but I think that'll all polish out. A little bit chewed up there. Got some marks here, I think they'll polish out. Then he's sitting on the surface. And those are flies all over the back of it. I think it must have been back to front on a trailer. Down this side's alright, the wheel trim's alright. Yeah, I mean there's a bit of scuffing on the corner of that wheel trim, nothing that won't paint up. Bumper's badly fitting again. So the bumper's been off. And I think what's happened is, normally they have little teeth all the way along. I think probably the teeth front, someone's kept the old ones on there and broken the front of the teeth off when they've done it. Either that or it's an aftermarket and it's bowing out too much. So that, I want to fix that. It looks a bit unsightly. So exterior wise, apart from this side where we've got that bad wheel trim, and a mark there and some marking here, is actually a hell of a lot better than I thought it'd be for the grade. Touching the door. Yeah, the wing's touching the side of the door there. So this has had paint and it's been badly put back together again. We need to adjust that wing. Interior, these are clean, there's no tears in it. Plastics are a bit scratched down there, but they do get scratched up on these Dacia. They're not particularly strong plastics. Again, everything here is in good nick in terms of no holes or tears. It just needs a really good clean. That bumper looks a slightly different colour to me. What this says to me is I think that this has had a little bump, probably a little traffic bump. We've got some scraping on the rear boot lid here, and someone's probably had a non-insurance company do it, probably had a friend do it or a local garage do it, and they've got their panel gap wrong on the front here, and they've got their bumper clips they haven't replaced because the insurance company would have replaced all these things, so they probably didn't go for the insurance. Tyres got loads of tread. Yeah, tyres all round look actually pretty damn new. Yeah, pretty new tyres all the way around. Right, let's give it a little start up. Well specced out, guys. We've got sat nav, aircon, cruise control and Bluetooth, so fully loaded up. Got front and rear electric windows and electric mirrors and rear parking sensors, so absolutely fully loaded. Every button ticked apart from leather, I guess. Quick swizz at the service book. We've got a 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18 and 20. So a couple of missed services potentially, or not put in the book, but unfortunately goes off main dealer there. the Dacia guys are really good at giving you service history if it's not in the book. So it's not completely full, but it's not far off. And then we got the second key there. Oh, right, first start. Sounds alright. I'm not hearing the alternator noise, belt noise that they thought they heard. So that's probably smoothed out from the driver driving it. Pulls away okay. Right guys, so the battery ran out on my GoPro as normal, so I thought we'd set up and actually go for a proper test drive in it before we start putting any time or money into it. And we're going to go along and see if we can see how she goes. Check all the electrics are working. I've already been on in the meantime onto Renault and got hold of a wheel trim for £25 that's manufactured one, so that'll tidy that up straight away. I know I said I should check it out before I spend any money, but I'd like to try and get ahead of the game a bit. Let's get the blowers on, get the window to mist a bit. Let's see how the aircon is while we're at it, I guess. So yeah, we're going to go for a bit of road test. Let's see where I can put you, see if you can get a decent view or not. You're just going to be looking at a tray plate there, aren't you? There we go. So let's go for a little spin, see what we think. Now these little 1.5s as a general rule should pull nicely. I'm noticing a knock already from the front left, so I think we need a lower wishbone or a drop link. We also need to go and hunt up another MOT station because Mr. Steve's fully booked up now for a good number of days, and I want to get this MOT sooner rather than later if it drives okay, to find out what it needs. Put the window up. Windscreen wipers being one of them straight away. Get them off completely. Yeah, there's a slight knock when I brake, which makes me think that it's a lower wishbone. Although that wheel is quite badly curved on that wheel trim, isn't it? So it could be that there's been a little bit damage done to it. We don't know yet. But in terms of the engine and the gearbox, they all seem okay. She pulls smoothly enough. We will see when we get her out on a bit more open road. I do quite like this little 1.5 diesel. It's managed to pick the narrowest part of the road to stop. There's a gate right in front of it. What a plug. Right. Yeah, plenty of turbo kick. Nothing coming out the back of it. That all seems okay. Right, we'll go for a bit of a longer run now. You don't need to be with me all the way. I'll let you know a little bit later on. Well, I've been out for a little while now, and she's pulling really nicely. Pulling really nicely. That diesel's got loads of torque. You know, sort of fourth gear here, 50 mile an hour, we're off. Yeah, so mechanically, touch wood, she seems fine. The question is, I'm going to get a bumper off and get the wheel off and have a look. Is there going to be signs of a light bump? I mean, I'm feeling probably not, because it's tracking dead straight. So she's tracking straight. I think there's just probably a suspension component that is out on that front left. But right, let's go and find somewhere else to get a car MOT. Now there is an MOT station just down the road from the new place. It's not too far, in fact it's possibly walking distance, so we can walk back if I leave a car there. wasting time, but we'll go and see those guys. I've been told they're nice and friendly, so we'll go and check them out and see if how quickly they can squeeze an MOT in. So she drives fine, drives really well in fact. Like I say, apart from a bit of a knock on the suspension on this side, we need to find out what that's all about. We didn't have a look at the engine bay before we went off, did we? Coolant's exactly the right level, so that's bang on. Let's, honest. Don't see any signs of any leaks anywhere. The gear change inside the car was a bit clunky, not the gearbox itself, but the actual linkage. Could be a bit of play in the linkage bushes there. To be honest, probably doesn't merit mucking about with. Oil. Typically diesely black. 2 seconds, let's wipe off properly. So let's get her in there. That's at the right level. So definitely could do with the service before it goes out though. I mean, diesel does get black. The oil gets very black very quickly, but that could do with a change, I'd say. But yeah, other than that, I say she drives really great. Got loads of punch in that diesel. Loads of punch. Handles nicely. Oh, now it's dried off a little bit. We're seeing a few more of the scratches. So we've got some here. And oh, that's dust. Got one there. That's in the paint. I can get my nail in that one. I'll get my nail in just about in that one. That one might polish out. I'm thinking these will polish out, but actually I can get my nail in some of that, so some of that will polish out, some of it won't. Then we've got a little ding up here, needs touching in. So, game plan. I couldn't find anywhere to MOT it that was close enough, so I'll have to rethink where I'm taking it for an MOT. Mr. Steve's fully booked up at the moment, but I might do a run down to Barnstable because school got a couple of cars to pick up from there and I can bring one back. So game plan is get it MOT'd first, find out what it needs, get the new clips for the bumper, take the bumper off, refit that, get that fitting nicely, put the new wheel trim on it. Obviously when we've got the bumper off, adjust this wing out so that it's not catching the door anymore, give it a machine polish, see what comes out scratch wise, and then touch in the paint. I think that's just touch up stuff. I'm not going to try and paint the whole panel, and then just give the interior the mother of all cleans, and then put it up at a price that reflects, a few little dings here and there. But for round our way, this is the perfect runabout, because I think they're £30 road tax, and then you'll get 60 miles to the gallon out of it, and you've got that ground clearance for our bad roads and for having to pull over every now and then for tractors and trucks. So yeah, I'm not unhappy with the purchase, but I can't afford to buy anything more now that needs work. I need to go and cherry pick from private stuff that's ready to go, because I've got a lot to do now. I've got the Note, the KA, the Fiesta to do, and then this one, and then the Polo.